So let's go ahead and talk about your end of the Unit 5 assessment. Um, Unlike most of your FRQs, this is going to be a video FRQ, and you're going to make what is called a Cartesian diver. So let me introduce it, and then we'll talk about the parts of the video. OceanX has commissioned emerging young scientists to create a Cartesian diver model who can descend, retrieve an object, and then ascend by command. The Cartesian diver model will help OceanX retrieve an exposed treasure box of gold and silver from a sunken 15th century medieval pirate ship at the bottom depths of the Black Sea. So the purpose, you'll be creating a maximum 5-minute video. It doesn't mean you're going to hit the 5 minutes. You can go lower. Most of these videos are averaging 3 to 4 minutes, but you can go only up to 5 minutes. And you're going to, in your video, show the construction as well as the testing of your final Cartesian diver. So the video will be including the following order. So there's a priority order. It starts off with the design process. So how you designed your Cartesian diver. And then it goes into the materials that you use to construct your Cartesian diver. So you have to have it unconstructed first to show me the making of your Cartesian diver. And the materials are there's no restriction to the materials. You get to choose what you would like to creatively use to make your Cartesian diver. Your retrieval object, the object that you're going to use to retrieve something that's on the bottom of that ocean or your makeshift ocean, is going to be of your choice. You can use anything to be retrieved by that Cartesian diver. The construction and the engineering process. So you're going to show us putting it together, the materials together, constructing it, as well as making it work. The Cartesian diver, descend and retrieve your object, and then ascend back up to the surface. Your final completed demonstration, and then also you have to demonstrate it 3 times to ensure the precision of your diver. The last one is your conclusion questions, which are going to be in the next slide. I would highly recommend fast forwarding certain segments of the video as you edit, and I highly recommend editing your video to put a very seamless piece of video together. So let's talk about the conclusion questions. So this is to be included in your video. So you're going to discuss it, and some of you will choose to demonstrate it as well. The first conclusion question is, what are some possible modifications to the diver that would cause it to sink quicker or slower for a given increase in pressure applied on the bottle? The second conclusion question is, what would happen if the bottle was only half full of water and there was no cap? And then the third question is, if the diver was placed in a bottle containing a different liquid, what would you predict would happen? Now, if you click here, you'll see a link to the grading rubric, and it's always very, very important to look at the rubric to see how you will be assessed. The evaluation will be based on your ability to describe the scientific principle of how your diver works, which gas laws or other scientific principles allow for the diver to sink, descend, retrieve, and ascend. Is the diver able to meet the objective of retrieving gold or silver located at the bottom of your makeshift ocean? And of course, doesn't necessarily have to be gold or silver. It's just the objective is to try to be able to do a retrieval so that you can be hired to ultimately be a part of this OceanX team to retrieve treasure from the bottom of the ocean. Did you design and build a reliable Cartesian diver that can repeatedly dive at least 3 times? In between trials, you may manually retrieve or remove your diver so that you can remove your retrieval object from the diver. But if you found a continuous method that allows you to be able to ascend, retrieve, descend, retrieve, and ascend, and then do that rotation 2 more times without opening your makeshift bottle. Um, in other words, continuously, I will be giving some extra credit if you have found and engineered a very ingenious way to do so. I am looking for how elegant and creative your elements of your design and construction of your Cartesian diver. So you're not just looking it up, you're finding other elements around constructing it as well as designing it, designing your diver. Did your video contain caption, voiceover, text, interviews, graphs with legends, video clips if you want to add more video clips to enhance the explanation of the scientific principle and to answer the extending question or the conclusion questions? It says extension questions, but it really is conclusion questions. Are you in the video throughout the whole approximately 5-minute video or less, 50% of the time? And then you will have to upload your video into Flipgrid, which is I'll have it as an assignment in Google Classroom by May 4th by 6 p.m. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to help you out in whatever capacity I can.